Throw hands with both of you. Take your brains and smash them together since you're standing next to each other. Oh my god!
Sorry.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I'm gonna bash his head in. I saw a shadow. Something moved around at the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
I've never actually seen this game. I hadn't either until I started playing it. I've known nothing about this until I started. That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. I want to see what her death is like. I'm so curious.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Salted by coins? I don't know. Chopped up by cards? Huh? What was that? It came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
You good? You're just standing like that. Then why'd we split into two groups? I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting. Very well. And Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Sam, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Yes! Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, Raiders. Hi. We're about to see this bitch go down.
And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on.
I don't remember that.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead.
Certainly not expecting this. Didn't imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
Dun dun dun!
You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing
He
was
was like
one
constantly
big act.
shocked, even though we've had all this shit happen like multiple times now. Like, this is tame compared to some of the other things that we've encountered.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste.
She's
took me to the
innocent, my
bathroom.
book freer. Nah, she was mean to me earlier. She deserves to die.
Wait. Then that was.
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very
Why
ugly.
don't you do the rhythm
indeed.
thing again? I don't want to do the rhythm thing again.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
It was bad. I'm having a bad
I have
time.
no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
You made multiple fatal mistakes.
Did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Wait, what? They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying this standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys did. Died. What?
I remember her saying that too.
Yeah, I don't understand either.
I don't understand what's so
Well, she's been
strange
so
about
optimistic this entire time. I did notice that was weird.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover
But I don't
Taka's
think that's
body
what he's
in the
referring
equipment
to.
room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us
She's
headed
saying
to the
they
nurse's
as in
office.
Hifumi and Taka, but she wouldn't have known that Taka was dead yet. Is that what he's... What's the age range of the group? Because I thought it was, they're like high schoolers, I think?
Now, the entire time we were together,
I don't know if they give us
none
an
of us
exact
said
age.
anything about Taka being dead.
Yeah, okay.
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really
You've
get
gotta
what
be
it means.
30. I mean, could be. I honestly don't know how old they
You
are.
hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
I don't know if that's how that works. She's the ultimate gambler. She lies. He said that Celeste's comments doesn't make sense, but what is he alluding to? Another one? Oh no. Yes?
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's...
Shoot!
I think I had that backwards. Possibly?
All I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be positive we are all going to die. We are going to die. And that is all I...
And that's all it takes. What was
So strange. Comment?
I think I had that backwards.
All I said, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be positive we are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just like
No.
those guys died. And that is all I...
And that's all it takes.
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Hold on, I fucked up. I accidentally held it down and started pressing
All
it.
I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be positive we are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just like those...
There we go. I had it backwards.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
I had the idea. I just got it. I got
Exactly.
the semantics
And
wrong.
we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
Ooh, gaslight gatekeep girl boss. Let's
You
go.
claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain
It's so
dragging
easy.
Hifumi
He's
away?
not grabbing. He's just rested.
It has to be some kind of setup, right?
It is.
So let's put the suit on. And then she used the camera's timer to
Why would she
Set
need
up
to
the
set up the
picture.
timer? She didn't even need to do that.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly
He was out
taken to
cold
that
at that
suit.
point.
Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away.
No, it is not.
If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
Are we gonna try to claim that it's Hifumi carrying him?
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations? If it isn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the other possibility is him dancing. I've been drinking.
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
I was just thinking they propped him up. Because you could easily just prop
The
somebody up
one
like
being
that.
dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
What? Who? What? What?
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
What
Hifumi
now?
was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Why is it ridiculous now?
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Oh, I'm gonna throw hands. Celeste thinks she can prove there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? Now what? Robo Justice Classic, Yasuhiro's message, Robo Justice Blueprint.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out!
Have we reached the end game?
Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
I didn't mean to do that. Press the wrong button.
You
Hold
dressed
on.
me up in that suit after I passed out!
I want to see... Okay, so it's going to be...
Then you just draped me across Hifumi
And had him, you tried to make me look like...
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing if the person inside the suit was unconscious. There's no way stand up straight.
No, it's wrong.
Eat it!
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo
Can't
Justice suit
gaslight
had a
gatekeep
certain
girl boss your way out
characteristic.
of this one, bitch. Totally get men of the way seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right!
It wasn't a flaw, it was a
They
feature!
totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to
music
fake
though, it's
that
pretty
whole
good.
thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
That noise.
Well then, I suppose this is
Have we
checkmate.
not addressed why the background's different?
Checkmate?
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Why'd her hair get bigger?
Celeste?
Clearly, you
want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Yes, I did. What did he say? Hey, Fumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? Try to remember their name. Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
Did her voice get higher pitched?
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
What?
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things
Y'all were
more
accomplices.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Gyoko, what do you mean by that?
What?
Think
Jesus!
back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
He said everyone's last names.
That's right. Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
You're slipping up so bad.
Don't talk.
The don't talk is so funny.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell
Anime
us the
nerds gotta
last
eat this.
name
Oh,
of
they
whoever
absolutely
killed him?
do. The otakus love this.
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on.
Wait, are they
There's
gonna
one
claim her
person
last
it
name is
could apply
Yasuhiro?
to, and that's Celeste. She never actually
Are
told
they
us
gonna
what
tell
her
us
real
her
name
last name is Yasuhiro?
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
Otaku is a term. Yeah, it's kind of like weeb.
Well, do I?
You kind of sound like one right now.
I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste won't give up. So then, I have to do something to make her accept it. Oh, fuck. Rhythm game? Oh, no. Oh, thank God. I got scared. E-handbook.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
Why is it upside down?
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to
Boom.
No, it's wrong.
I got you now. Show us your e-handbook, bitch.
That's it. The handbook.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is actually absolutely vital to healthy school life, so don't lose it. You startup will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. No, it's not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
Hit ourselves if...
An invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
What, we'd shit ourselves if it did say Celeste.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Oh, you look so sad.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because... Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it.
Oh, God.
Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes.
Book time? Book time?
And that'll bring everything to an end.
Oh, God, I forgot I'm timed. Okay, what the fuck is this image? Alright, what is this here? Hold on. Time to kill. Okay. What is this one? I forgot that here's have hints. Was it seduction? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Who's the killer summon first? Mark got stuff in the robot just to falsify their evidence. Use certain item to do it. Okay. This is the just hammers used to Kataka. What no? Four? Oh no. Tell me fake the existence of a shadowy criminal. Wait, what? In the library, Hifumi used something to fake the existence of a shadowy criminal. Fuck. He's pretending to be dead. That one was 3, yeah? This one's gonna be... Okay. And then this one was this one. And then... Here, we got the detective riz. I do not. I think y'all think I'm a lot smarter than I am. I am a dumbass. Here it is. I didn't even notice this one when I did it first time.
Here's exactly what happened.
I think if I get anything wrong, it'll be the hammer
The killer
or because I
persuaded
don't
someone
remember.
to help carry out the murder, and that person was
Those faces.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Could be the next bet. I could not. Are you kidding me? For multiple reasons, I could not.
That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off
They really
as
went
the prime
silly
suspect.
with this,
So when
this
they
manga this time.
They drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking them, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault.
Not gonna lie. This series is perfect for the month of October with Halloween coming up. It's, yeah, I guess it is, huh? The Robert to Mover, it is not my time. Are you kidding me? Had to be the bumbliest superhero ever. Are you kidding?
They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
I would also be the dumbest hero ever.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the
Why
equipment room.
though?
The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about
I'm
the
doing
order of
this.
the crimes.
Was it the money? I don't think it was the money. Well, it could have been the money. She's a gambler.
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents.
It was a cute ass camera. I'm not gonna
For
lie.
these attacks, the killers pretended to be
I would
the
own a
victims
camera like
to
that.
solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds
I'm starting to think I got this wrong.
that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the
Secret
nurse's
of being the new
office.
Black Widow. I feel like whatever Domino is, just the opposite of that. I'd be the opposite of Domino.
This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
That's what's so funny. They had a blast
And Justice
doing
Hammer
this.
3 and turn the room into a crime scene.
You know someone had a
He
blast
himself
making this
had
one
apparently been
specifically.
brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
No, I'd be the opposite. I'd be a bumbly an idiot who's bad luck. He would just be the complete opposite of Domino.
We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got
He'd be
up
super useless.
and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This
He's not-
time,
that is not the
he
opposite of
snuck
Domino.
into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and
Turned it into
used
a
the
water
dolly
bucket.
to move it all the way down to the repository.
Fair enough.
That explains
Be
how
like
each of the
Mermaid Man
bodies
and Barnacle
disappeared.
Boy when they're old. So useless and kind of senile.
But even
What the fuck
Hifumi
is he
didn't know
doing?
what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Da da da! Ooh, that's different. Now kiss. This did not have a frame before, but I like the frame.
Sorry, you lose.
Complete. First try.
Lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Why are we poetic all of a
Then
sudden?
you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private
Did we
instructor.
drop the accent? We know.
I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no.